I pride myself on being a certified cheapskater, but this was worth breaking the sacred code. I've been using the free version of Davinci Resolve for a good while now, and while it's quite feature rich in itself, there are a few things that aren't in the free version that I just can't do without anymore. To name just one of the many features that sealed it for me, voice isolation produces amazing results and gets rid of every last bit of background noise, leaving only the crisp, clean, dulcet tones of your old dad's tender voice. Because everyone wants to listen to that, am I right? There is a slight downside though. It would mean breaking my one cardinal rule of being a cheapskater: spending money. Copyright 2020 to 2025, all rights reserved. Unauthorised reproduction carries a maximum penalty of 25 years locked in your mum's basement, 50 lashes and a lifetime ban from skating anything except crusty pothole covered roads on 42mm wheels. I've been seriously considering upgrading to Davinci Resolve Studio for a while now. It is expensive at about £300, but if you can afford it, it's worth every penny for all the added features that you get, especially considering it's a lifetime licence and every single update from now until the end of eternity is included in the price. Unless they pull in Adobe and change their T&Cs right under our pathetic little consumerist noses. The thing that put me off buying it wasn't forking out for the steep licence fee, and I feel like I can justify it even as a hobbyist because I use it almost daily at this point. It was simply the fact that there were two options which were equally good value, but either way I'd be spending a small fortune, so it wasn't a decision I was going to take lightly. I could either buy a digital licence key and be done with it, or I could fork out an extra 50 quid and get one of these, a Davinci Resolve Speed Editor. The real hook is the fact that it comes with a studio licence completely free. But did I really need a fancy glorified miniature keyboard, or would it be better just sticking to the old-fashioned gaming keyboards and mouse combo to save myself a few quid? I eventually caved and bought the bundle. The savings pot was officially decimated and it was going to be totally worth it. But just as the initial excitement started to wear off, I stumbled across a Reddit post that threatened to plunge me into a deep despair. Blackmagic Design had allegedly discontinued the Speed Editor bundle. Helplessly, I waited for my order to arrive. Right, hold on just a minute. I have a small confession to make. I may have jumped the gun a wee bit. It turns out it was an entirely different promotion that was discontinued and all that panicking was for nothing, but I've spent days making this video, writing scripts, shooting b-roll, swearing at stuff, all of this in very little sleep, so I'll be scunning if I'm going to let that get in the way of a good story. So you're just going to have to suspend your disbelief for this one. Right, carry on, as you were. I waited for my order to arrive over the next few days, armed with nothing but my last line of defence that was the screenshots from the website which clearly stated that the studio licence was indeed included. I had pulled the pin and was ready to throw the old RMA grenade just in case I found myself surrounded in the trenches of the treacherous marketplace that is the internet. Apparently a few of the old units are still in circulation, complete with the holy grail that is the free licence key, but they're like hen's teeth, gold dust. Built from pure, uncut 24-carat unobtainium ore. Finally the package arrived on my doorstep and I approached it like it was about to explode in my face, gently removing that horrible wiry packing tape made from recycled paper, questioning my years of diffusal training and the doctor's assessment that I'm not colourblind. What if the blue wire's actually yellow and we're all about to say bye-bye to our sorry backsides? I carefully removed the biodegradable packing material, and then, to my great relief, there it was. The holy red dot. I'm not a deeply religious person, but I prayed for this and it happened. I had struck gold and got myself one of the supposedly rare speed editors that had the license key included. Maybe they're not as rare as they say, and it's just another cleverly inceptioned, panic-inducing marketing technique, and they caught me hook, line, sinker, rod, boat, and July issue of Angling Times Monthly with the special edition supermodels and nothing but waders centrefold. Maybe I'm just a sucker, but none of that mattered to me. I got what I wanted, and now all I needed to do was to install the software and learn how to use the damn thing. Now this thing isn't perfect, it does have its fair share of annoying quirks, but these have been covered extensively by other YouTubers, so if you're looking for a full review to help you decide if you should buy one, I'm sorry to say, but you won't find it here. What I can offer you is a subjectively humorous retelling of my initial experiences and first impressions. Anyway, being the impatient so-and-so that I am, I had just released a video literally the day before this arrived, so I had nothing to edit. So I grabbed my gear and headed to the skatepark to film some test footage. But I couldn't just do something normal. A few tricks here, some b-roll there, no. I'd been sitting staring deep down into the endless void in the middle of the speed editor keyboard, the weirdly placed numerical keypad with a solitary niche function that most normal lowly peasants like me would probably never use. Multicam. But I had paid enough to feed a family of 4 for a month for this thing. I googled it. Talk about inflation or no. I'd paid enough to feed a family of 4 for 2 weeks and 1 day, and I was determined to milk every last drop of creamy goodness out of this thing. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to walk over here, and we're going to set up multiple cameras. So this is me at the skate park setting up not one, not two, but 3 cameras. My phone, my GoPro, and a crappy old allegedly 4K knockoff action camera that I would soon regret ever dusting off and trying to use. Oh, it's cold today. This was a major pain to edit, and it's not necessarily the fault of the speed editor. I bit off more than I could chew. I had done multicam videos before, but only with 2 cameras, and at least with those, all the audio sources were somewhat usable. I think I'm happy with my camera setup. Oh, how wrong were you, young da? This one's ran out of storage. The cheap action camera audio, as I should have known from experience, most certainly was not usable. So in the interest of not making viewers cry, you won't hear any of that here. It records an 8kHz mono, and you can probably guess what that sounds like. If not, go back and watch my videos from 2020 and make sure you've got a bucket to hand because it is nauseating as Okay, I'll accept that. The other thing I overlooked in my ambitious plan to kill 39 keyboard keycap shaped birds with one stone is the fact that the speed editor is designed for use in the cut page of Davinci Resolve. It can be used in the edit page, but you miss out on a lot of features. Multicam editing, on the other hand, works best in the edit page and is awkward at best on the cut page. I'm not even kidding, I swore so much while editing this I could put Billy Connolly to shame.
Ah, he said f***, that's what he said.
But that's not to say it isn't a handy wee bit of kit, and I know I'll get my money's worth out of it, and I'll swear plenty more at its annoying quirks. But despite this, I can still confidently say I don't regret buying it. In a couple of weeks when my car goes in for its MOT I might feel a bit different, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed hearing all about my first level problems and my totally rational responses to them, give the like button a swift crack in the mouth and don't forget to subscribe for more of these sweet dulcet tones of your old dad's incoherent ramblings. Feel free to stick around a couple more minutes if you want to see the rest of my multicam shenanigans. I've been your dad, and I will catch you next time on Skateboarding with your dad.
I'm Aiden, and he's your dad. And we'll catch you next time on Skateboarding with your dad.
I love that smack when you come down from there. Ah, good enough. Very close to hitting me in the nuts there. That's it. Wasn't even able to flip there. Okay. You there? Yeah, you. I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, and if you're still watching by this point, you're a legend. Right. Yeah. Oh, I under-rotated that. Now I'm scared of dropping in. Ooh. High up transition there. Shite all the way again, but take it. More like it. Oh, that'll do. That's home time. You've been playing the Avon game. If you want to play again, press up, down, left, right, A, B, start.